I said he's generated, what? Now he's charged up. See, you better get your flow, you better bar up. He's shutting down everybody with again, he doesn't care, cause you know that energy's about to rise in the air. I said he's generated, what? Now he's charged up. See, you better get your flow, you better.
I'm Danny.
And I'm Althea.
And we are
DNA Live. And don't forget to catch us on Optimum Channel 115 Friday nights at midnight, okay?
Mm-hmm.
See you there.
See you there.
Okay, so with that said, I wanted to start off the show. You know why? Because I saw this really, on Instagram, I see these really cute videos with little kids telling all kinds of jokes. Mm-hmm. And one said, to my New York friends, do not forget to change your clocks on Sunday and your governors on Tuesday.
That's pretty cool. I mean, that's a great, I'm going to say, that's pretty cool.
It was funny. Okay. Now, the second thing I wanted to talk to, I think I told you earlier, I was just driving to Staples, and I came to an intersection, and we met, like, face-to-face, me and an officer.
Oh, no, I didn't know about it. Go ahead.
I didn't tell you about that?
No.
So we came face-to-face at an intersection, and, you have the right of way when you're on the right side, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm there, and I'm looking at him, and I did one of these, like, go. And then he went, like, and
yeah.
right?
Yeah,
I was telling.
Oh, okay. I thought it was a difference in it. Okay.
No, and this went back and forth for a few seconds, and I'm sitting there going, like, and he's motioning to me, like, you go. And then I turned around, and I was like, go. And then he turned around, and he went, and I went, oh, okay. And then I just took off. It was just such a cute exchange, It's just, everybody always talks about, officers and stuff like that. I mean, we just got too much craziness going on, but it was just such a cute exchange, and I thought I would just share that with everybody.
Well, I look at something like it's a job for them, right? And a lot of times they catch, and I'm gonna say this, like the worst. They catch the worst out of everything.
Yeah, but
they catch the blame out of everything.
Yeah, but
there got a couple of bad seeds that does the wrong thing, but that's in everything.
I know.
Like in every single job profession, you always have someone that's gonna do something bad and not gonna be right. Do I agree with it? Not a lot of times, but at the end of the day, you can't sit there and you gotta, and I keep telling everybody, and I want everyone to hear this because it's very clearly, you got to start judging the person who the person is.
Yeah.
Can't judge them because of the titles.
Or the uniform they're wearing.
Uniforms are any which way. That's how I look at it.
Right. No, you're right. Now with that, I mean, we got a lot going on. I mean, we're talking election in 2 days, and I mean, there are just so many videos out there of people back and forth, and I mean, we just got too much hate.
Well, I feel like I feel like now it's much easier for people to really see what's going on, because years ago you would just hear about it or just read it inside the paper. So the information now is being transferred quicker to the person.
That's true.
So that's how they're messing. They're playing. A lot of times they mess with our emotions. Because how are we supposed to know how that incident went when it's only a clip? Like, let's break it down from Instagram and Facebook. In Instagram and Facebook, all you ever see the people highlighting the best times of their day.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So when I take a look and I really analyze it,
right,
I'm like, did that really happen? Did this really happen? How is this really going? It's people got to realize a lot of these people that you see on TV are just journalists.
Right.
So they want to write stuff that you're going to like because that's how they get paid from.
Right, true.
So you don't know what's really going on. I mean, shout them out because I'm a writer too. I expressed to you, I can make you not like somebody from million miles away, and you don't even know that man if you like my song.
Right, true. That's very true. You got a very good point right there.
So when I say you could channel emotions, anybody could channel emotions, being an artist or being a journalist and a writer. But again, it's a responsibility for us as human beings to start really writing the truth and what's really going on. Because anybody could write hatred, and that's channeling into people not having money or food or gas keeps going up.
Yeah.
That's what you're seeing.
Right. Yeah, I know. I'm just tired. Like, even wasn't I just telling you? I was like, I'm so tired of watching the news and Instagram and Facebook and everybody's just putting that certain clip of what they want to intimidate you with rather than giving you the full story. Now, I'm not saying that the person is not wrong or right or whatever. It's just that I think we need to stop being so.
We got to think about all the money they get.
Yeah, I know that. Too.
It's all an endorsement. Like a lot of times people don't understand too with the whole politician game is a lot of these people who run for office, most of the time they think they're going to lose. So what they try to do is get the most donations, keep that into their war chest, and then run again.
Yeah.
So that's what you see. A lot of times, say if like, okay, this is wrong right here, boom, and this is wrong, and they see an incident, isolated incident, that doesn't add up to the statistics that they have in New York State or in any single state. I'm not pointing it out, but there's a lot of things that people don't really know that really is behind the scenes
Right.
that the average person, if you really try to explain it, wouldn't believe it.
Right. Okay, so let's do something on a lighter note, shall we? Okay. I want to first wish my cousin in Greece, John. he just turned 38.
Happy birthday to you. Don't think I didn't forget. You sent me. You gave me.
No. Matsmuts, it's the wrong John.
I know.
I got
But
too
he
many
still
Johns
said-
in the
he
family.
Still said happy birthday.
Okay.
So
It's
shout
the
him
other
out.
John.
Yeah, no.
Okay, all right. Just making sure you remembered which one it was. So, Matsmuts to him, he knows what that means. I also want to say happy birthday to Jay Rangeli. His birthday's not for another few days, but I wanted to give a shout out because by the time we do the next show, it'll be past.
Shout out to Jay. Happy
JJ.
birthday. JJ.
And all the November Scorpio birthdays. Now, I also wanted to talk about with our occupation.
And happy birthday. Well, I'm going to tell him.
No,
who's
who?
on here.
Who are you talking about?
Chris North. Happy birthday,
Oh,
Chris. Today's
happy
your
birthday.
birthday.
That's right. He was just there
Yeah.
for his birthday celebration. Happy birthday, Mr. Christopher North.
And Charles's birthday's this month, too.
We're going to wish him. He's coming up,
Exactly. So.
Anyway, but I wanted a special shout out. There's this woman, well, actually two females, but one female in particular. Through my occupation, I recently met her about a month ago, and I want to give her a special shout out. Her name is Jean Critchlow.
Shout out to Jean.
And she just turned 80 years old.
Happy birthday to you.
And she's such a special woman, and she has such vivacity. She's so spunky and spirited, and I love her to death. And even when Danny was sick with the shingles, she called me up and said, "Girl, you got to come by the house." I went by the house, and in a Tupperware, she had homemade chicken noodle soup for Danny. And every other week or whatever, she's like, come by. She just made me spaghetti and meatballs. I mean, this woman is phenomenal, and I told her, you better be watching tonight. I know you're there. So I love you, Jean. Thank you so much. You are a kind and hearted soul, and I really enjoy every day I see you, okay? With that said, also Natasha, we just met recently. She's vibrant, and she is so full of life. She's so full of optimism in life, and, she knows her mistakes, and she knows the good, you just don't meet those type of individuals every day. And with our occupation, we have been able to meet so many individuals and with their stories. And it's just a great godsend that we are in the position that we are in. So love you, Jean. Love you, Natasha. And with that said,
I want to give one quick shout out.
Okay, he wants to give one quick shout out.
I want to give a quick shout out to Julio and hold up. Shout out to Julio and shout out to my boy Chris. Chris, I know you watch the show every week, man. Thank you so much for your support. And I want to just tell you something, man. Keep doing what you're doing. You're doing an amazing job, and you're getting your life back together, brother. I know it's been hard for 20 years, brother. You've been welcome home. Keep doing the right thing, man. I just wanted to give you a big shout out.
And Julio. Mr. Julio. Oh, my God. Another gentleman that we've had the pleasure of meeting. Oh, my God. Sorry about that.
Go ahead.
We've had the pleasure
Don't worry
of meeting.
about it.
I don't know how to shut it off. But Julio is another individual that we've met, and he is one of those guys that give you a better perspective of life and people and humanity. And I just wish that people like that would be contagious with others. And at this time, I know we're all feeling the heat, whether it's, gas prices, inflation, mortgage rates, interest rates, everything that's happening to every American right now. But we still have to, kind of find a way of meshing together and making things work out. We really, really got to get together, no matter who wins, whether it's a Republican or a Democrat, whether it's the House and Senate and who takes over and all that other stuff. I mean, no matter what, we got to pull together.
We got to act as one, and we really got to come together. Listen, I had the honor of meeting both of the candidates.
True.
Lee Zeldin, I have known him for many years. And to me, he has always been a stand-up individual and cared about his constituents. The first time I ever met him, can I talk?
Sure.
First time I ever met this man, I was young.
Yeah, but not right now.
It's CH. When I met Lee Zeldin, I was about 23 years old. And he first became the New York State Senator. Is at Stony Brook. I went up to that man and I showed him a picture, right? I said, I'm an anti-bullying advocate. Very nice to meet you, right? They have a lot of those people that, Lee, I know you're watching this, so you got to listen. So Lee goes to me, he goes, very nice job. And all of a sudden I pull out the picture. Now this is the picture of me and over 5,000 children that we were speaking to in Staten Island. Shout out to Michelle Francescos and Nancy Fasquez. We literally, and everyone was dying laughing at us, Lee looked at that picture and he went from being, optimistic and skeptical to grabbing my hand and be like, you're doing an absolutely amazing job. And after that, became friends. I seen him again over in, I think it's East Mauritius. And one of the guys, you're going to probably see the picture with me and him from East Mauritius when he was holding up the anti-bullying thing and me and him at a good talk. He actually, you're going to laugh at this.
Right.
I go up to Dan Panico. Now, Dan Panico, I used to work for the town of Brookhaven, right?
Okay.
So I try to go up to Dan Panico, right? And I try to give Danny a handshake. One of the guys, and this guy became my dad's friend.
Oh.
And I'm saying he became my dad's friend, and he started working with him in the movie named Dale. He goes like, you can't talk to them. Don't be talking to them. Dan goes, what are you talking about? Danny works with us. We know Danny.
Jesus.
I go boom, and I shake my hand. All of a sudden, Lee Zeldin and me and him just starting sitting there. We just powwow and we just talking like old times right there. And there's me, there's Dale. Dale was the one with the black that pushed me away. There's me, there's Lee, there's Ed Romaine. Ed Romaine was actually he still is the town supervisor of Brookhaven.
Now
It had to be about when I was like 23, 24 when I first came up. That picture right there that everybody's seeing, that's when we first met him. We actually were doing the vaccine choice, and they actually opened up to him. And they actually opened up to him. I remember Fox was there, Fox News was there. So it was me, Lee Zeldin. What's that guy? It's the son of Giuliani. I think it's Giuliani Jr. Yeah. So I'm not trying to say I'm biased, but he's my boy, so that's why I said his name in the video. So yo, Lee Zeldin, man. You always wanted to get on, so I got you right here. That's what I did. But now another one. Let's get to Kathy Hope. So I met Kathy after a close friend died and passed away. She comforted me. She went like this. She grabbed me on the shoulder. It was her. There's a box right there.
All you guys can see is 4 4 right inside your door. Screaming out no more love,
She said,
no more example. Why you sitting back? Your life's a dribble, cause you don't know what's gonna happen. Not saying it's what's real American, what's that? I am a real American. Fight for your right, America. Never raise no never the pride. Hold the flags in the sky, cause we are American. And
governor
we said we
of
ready
New York.
for war. We done this since the forefathers. We never hit the floor. Dreaming Abraham
Big shout out
Lincoln
to Vanessa
will
Locke.
when
Big
I
shout
be
out to
gone.
everyone.
You be
Big
saying
shout
that
out
we
to
gotta
everyone. I
leave
love
our
you all.
freaking
You guys
legendary
really,
go. Maybe I should
as a
just
young-
say let's
I
go.
was young.
Everybody who American know. If you're a cop, if you're a freaking what, then just let it show. But if you're not, get it. Yeah, everybody get tight. If you're black like freaking man, we still American right now. I
So I
guess they
want
say we
everybody to know this right now that's young, that watches my show, that's excited to watch my show.
If
You have the keys of life, and you guys
just
do
doing
it.
job, you better start acting really patriotic. Do it because it's going.
And that's it, man. Like, God bless you. Everybody out there. And shout out to my boy D Murray too. Shout you out, brother. You know I love you, man. So I spoke to him too. We're gonna be sitting down when you win. We already spoke. Gonna be sitting down. Much love. Just wanted to give you a big shout out. Can't wait to bring you on the show. Can't wait to bring Lee on the show. If Kathy wins or loses, bring her on the show. It's all love. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm always
We're not looking
nonpartisan.
at political parties.
Yeah, I'm always nonpartisan, but I believe you gotta, whoever you feel is the right choice, that's who you're gonna vote for. And that's why I always say I am a real American. So Bobby,
I think that's his clue.
roll
his
that
cue.
clip, brother.
Just remember, we're all real Americans. Watch the video.
Whoever you vote for, believe who you vote for and respect who you vote for. And we are about to watch the video.
Yo, put your hands up. Right now we're inside a war with ourselves. Yo, America, are we gonna wake up from this? Where the real Americans at, you heard? Where we at? Man, you blinded and you lied, you just censor inside your own. Everyone pretends they love you, but messing you up in homes. Laughing without the way you can't even afford food. And everybody looking at you acting so rude. They thinking that they love you, your skin, that's what they see. They don't understand the militant well it be. But the anger that they got, they just play for each other. A civil war, they trying to come for us, kill one another. But I woke up last night, I gotta talk to my peers. Tell them, listen, we gotta march and what do we hear? Boycott the bullshit that they throw and they stare. Cause you know it is one media, lies and they care. They try pretending that we close with a phone next to each other's ears. But we're more social distancing corona years. They try to acting like we ain't one inside our home. We acting like that we ain't one and one inside our home. I said march, let's go. I said let's fight. Can't censor us anymore. We lying to the people. Now I got to let her know Daddy ain't never gonna leave. You know I want you, girl, for all eternity. Now I got that money, my money, my money, that's gonna give me back at home. Why they tryna be good, young niggas inside the girls, get outside that gypsy thing, guy, yeah. I said he's generated, now he's charged up. So you better get your flow, you better part up. He's shutting down everybody with again, he doesn't care. Cause you know the energy's about to rise in the air. Going shake, shake it for the money, shake, shake, shake it for the money, shake, shake.
Hey, everybody, we back again.
This is good. This is good.
Yep.
So, well, let me just refresh because what happened was last week we had a few technical difficulties with the connection with Charles Hamilton. So, we wanted to bring him back. So, I believe he's in the waiting room and he'll come on real soon, right? Come on in, Charles. Charles, there he goes. Oh,
Your
okay.
hair looks
He's,
amazing.
he's getting that long hair now.
You got lucky, man, because like my hair said goodbye and his hair just went up. It went up, up. And I'm like, man.
Well, maybe he can do like the locks for love for you or something and make like a wig out of it, and he can ship it to us. I mean, that's not a bad idea.
You know what's crazy though? I feel like everybody copies this man all the time. Because like I started seeing Drake, and Drake had my hair. He grows out his hair, and now Drake's hair is like down to looking like here, and I'm like, how does it? I don't know.
Okay, so welcome, Mr. Charles Hamilton. How are you today?
I'm okay. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. I can barely hear you. I don't know if it's on your side, on our side, but
Yeah, I'll put it. I'll try to fix that. Hold on.
okay. But it's okay. I like the shirt.
Thanks.
Looks nice.
Yeah, just actually make sure you sit a little bit in the middle because that light behind you. Okay, you don't have to go that far. Okay, there we go. That's better. No, because the light was shining, and
You gotta put the mic a little bit like that.
Oh,
There we go.
what are we fixing each other now?
Yeah.
So how you doing, Charles?
I'm good. I'm good. Staying positive. Just my time wisely.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, share my time wisely. What's up?
Okay, so what happened last week? Obviously, we were talking about the Halloween albums. How are those getting along? Like how are they doing right now?
Good reception. Good reviews. People listening to the music.
I
That's
know.
the most important thing. But Hypergoth hasn't dropped yet.
Oh, when is that going to drop?
Christmas.
Oh, that's right. That's right. You were saying that. I'm sorry.
I told
forgot
you,
about-
I'm dropping mine Christmas Eve. He's gonna drop his
Yeah,
Christmas.
Christmas Eve and Christmas. Okay.
He's gonna destroy me.
Yes, he probably will.
I don't care, man. It's all love.
It's all love, especially with the hair. Oh my God, I can't get
So
over. He's got-
one cool thing is people don't realize something.
What?
And I was telling her, you were with me in a lot of my political stance.
Oh yes, he was.
And
That's right.
What's crazy is people don't realize that me and Charles, man, Charles made a record call with me, and you heard it was Smart Water. I mean, was Automatic Classic, and Automatic Classic actually came from another politician lady that I remember that you met very well. I think it was it Vanessa? No, it was one of the legislators out here, and they were like, "Listen, Sarah Anka, Danny, I know that you're crazy and like not that, but I know you're great at making music. Can you make us a drug record?" And that was it. And when Automatic Classic came out, and did really good in Suffolk County. Like a lot of the stuff I did was a lot of political stuff.
Yeah, that's true.
So not a lot of people really know that. Charles Hamilton, to me, it was the time when he was dropping Hamilton Charles, and I heard Hamilton Charles the first time, and I was like, "Ugh, you killed that." But the Everyone record was always my favorite record. That record always burned in my heart. And you know what's funny? He predicted everything that was going to happen in 2020 on that record.
Oh, okay, cool.
You did.
You did, Charles.
Because you remember with
predicts a
the
lot of
video with the
things.
marches, everyone, dun, dun, and I mean everyone.
That's
Yeah.
good. So
He said if you don't get, he said you get hit with a menace's cane. I was like,
Okay.
that was like one of the best things I've ever heard. But go ahead.
no, I just wanted to talk a little bit more about Hypergoth. Okay, so the two Halloween albums, the two different. What are the names of the two Halloween ones that came out?
So 2 albums were coming. 1 album already dropped. The one that already dropped is called "Well, Isn't This Awkward?" Saying I'm Sorry.
Oh my God!
What was your favorite song on that album?
I would have to go back through it because I usually play my album straight through. I know the album based on the album title.
Oh, okay.
But
Roses
I
Are
mean-
for Saying I'm Sorry. That should have been your title.
I'm not as good as him, so let's not lie to each other right now. He'll come up with something, and I'll be like, How do you think of that?
I like that. That's really cool.
Another thing that we were speaking, because everybody was asking me, right? They said, how is Charles Hamilton to you the rock version of Kanye West?
Ooh.
This is people from our show asking me these questions.
Okay.
I said, because if you listen to Charles and the way that Charles dressed, he didn't dress like a normal hip hop rapper
Right.
back in those days. He just did more, I could see, like 70s, 80s rock kind of themes. And early 2000s, like kind of like Korn. Like, remember when Korn with the big pants?
Yeah.
The
yeah.
UFOs?
Yes, sir.
That's how like Charles always. You know what's funny though? When you take a look, right, and you see how much of the influence of the culture you had, even little Uzi Vert, I feel like took a little bit of your style. Because I look at little Uzi Vert, and I see the way that they kind of took your style, but have their own kind of style. How do you feel about that?
I mean, if he wants to wear UFOs and paint his nails, as long as he's comfortable in his own skin, you know.
I got you.
See, that's cool.
Okay.
Another thing is, do you feel like Hyper Goth is? I'm gonna say this. Do you feel like Hyper Goth? Do you feel like that's one of your best albums that you made in years?
Yeah, it's up there. It ranks up there.
Really?
It's pretty up there with like top tier albums of mine.
So, what do you feel is your top 5 best albums?
My Brain Is Alive.
That was a good album.
The Pink Lava Lamp.
That's number 1 in my heart. Music is
Okay, stop
Come on, man.
Okay, go ahead.
Dream On.
Okay.
Dream On.
Unbeknownst to You. And Hypergoth.
So Hypergoth's number 5?
Okay.
I mean, I was trying to put them in an order. It's a weird order, but yeah, Hypergoth is in the top 5.
Wow. So when you when I made an album, right? When you make an album, do you feel like this body of work is going to be shocking everybody, that they're going to basically use that sound from now on?
You would just have to hear the album, and I would have to talk to you about the album after you hear it.
You sent it to me, and I thought it was one of the best works that you've done in a long time.
Yeah, I mean, well, the sound I gave Star Chasers their money worth. You know what I mean? Like, I used a professional engineer, professional studio, used my pen a little bit. You know what I mean?
Wait. You wrote in I Forgot?
Yeah.
That's why it sounds different.
What are you talking about?
A freestyle album you can hear that sounds different than somebody that sat in the studio and wrote. Remember when we spoke about the new generation, and they say that they make like a gourmet meal, but when you find out it's something that you can go buy at the frozen section and heat it up?
Yeah.
When he makes an album and he takes his time, right? You could say it's more than a gourmet meal. You could say it's a 5-star restaurant.
Okay.
So you can hear it different, because music, again, you have to digest it.
Right.
So when he comes out with something, what I love about Charles is he'll always come out with a subject. Even if you don't understand the subject, it's still, he's trying to drop a jewel in your mind, so you will always have that inside your mind. That's why he does conscious hip-hop.
Okay.
That's basically to make you think, your psyche and your realization. A lot of artists only do, and I'm going to say it, I don't care if I get yelled at for them, barbaric and derelict stuff. And it is terrible because it actually affects what's going on in the youth right now. If you actually see, because if you see the music they're coming out with right now in the generation, their souls are not eating right. So they're getting more barbaric and crazy because they're starving.
Right.
I think that's a good way to put it.
That's a different way of putting it.
Well, think about it. If he gives me good music, right, and I can digest that for the rest of, say he makes a classic album, right, That's something that stays in my soul forever. Music that only comes in as a hit, it's kind of like eating Chinese food. It digests you for a minute, but then you're hungry and you want more, but it doesn't give you more, so you're starving.
I don't know. He's just on point today, don't you think, Charles?
Yeah, he's been on fire.
I just just pull to the side and let him just take over. That was pretty good, Dan.
Well, when I analyzed Charles, and I always did since I was younger, he wrote a record called Loser. And I remember it because I watched it, and it was the first time XL really shot a video for an artist, right?
Right.
And when he came out with Loser, I was shocked because the first thing I heard with this man was he basically said how much he was just a normal person, but at the end of the day, he didn't even care about being bullied and messed up because he knew he was better than it. So it was kind of like and don't get me mad. Don't get mad at this. It was kind of a cocky, I'm going to say it was kind of a ha, laugh in your face, cocky, you beat me up, and I'm going to come back and be stronger.
But no, there's nothing wrong with that.
But it was so cool because it was like a lyrical thunder, and it was a New York cat saying it. That was dope. Because you would get used to Eminem doing a little bit of props, a little bit of joke, making fun of himself back in those days. Yeah. But then if you were from New York, you wanted to be tough like 50 Cent. Right. So it wasn't like, I'm getting beat up, thrown back in the school bus, sit it in here. It wasn't like that. It was like, from the hood, what's good? Got my bum. Am I right or wrong?
Yeah, you're right.
Look at him. Yeah, you're right.
So when he came out and he had this different sound, it was kind of like having like I'm going to say it, Charles.
He's going to say it, Charles.
It was kind of having a New York sounding Kanye West mixed with Common Sense, mixed with a Jay Dilla, Slum Village, mixed with a Dr. Dre and Eminem.
The only one I knew was Dr. Dre and Eminem. The other two I didn't.
But it was 5 people I felt like was in your recipe. Oh. I could hear it.
That's some soup.
As being an artist. Oh, yeah.
That's like a stew.
That's why everybody loved it in New York. Everybody, when he came out with something, it was like tasting. I told you. It was tasting like crème glacée. It was good. It was really good.
You are homemade stew, Charles.
But
I like that one.
You know,
I'm
sorry for rambling a little bit long, but
no, you always ramble, but that's okay.
We got a couple other questions I want to ask.
Okay, can I get a question in?
Let me get one.
Okay, go ahead.
So, in making Hypergoth, right? Why did you name it Hypergoth?
Interesting. That was a good
one. Well, I might as well let the cat out the bag. I sampled Curtis Mayfield's Superfly.
Do you realize how many people know Curtis Mayfield Superfly, and then so many of the young guys don't even know who that is?
I mean, it's a sad story, you know.
But it's true. Like, if you went to somebody, I bet you if I put somebody here that's younger and you go Curtis Mayfield, they'll be like, who? Can you got to elaborate who that is for the viewers?
Well,
the younger viewers.
Because younger viewers will listen to him.
Curtis Mayfield is the falsetto king. You know, he creates these soulful grooves. He's on all the instruments. He played every instrument in every song he plays, every song he made. And he would tell these stories about living in the ghetto from an abused perspective. So Curtis Mayfield was a lot like me when writing Loser, like, you know, very abused, very hurt, very frustrated. And he comes out through it all telling these stories over these great musical masterpieces. And he's mostly known for his work on the Superfly soundtrack.
I like Superfly. That's why I asked you to elaborate it, because to me, Superfly from Curtis Mayfield is one of the best. The way that you feel about him is the same way I feel about the Temptations. Because when you hear them, you feel like you're really in the studio with them, and you really feel the pain that they went through in music. That's why when you said that, and I listened to Supergoth, right?
Hypergoth.
That's what I mean, Hypergoth. I'm sorry. I'm thinking of, may apologize for that. I sat there and I really listened to that album, and to me, that album is close to the Pink Lava Lamp.
Wow. I can't even believe he just said that.
But I think your issue is, and I'm going to say it is, you have that sound that sounds a little like Wu-Tang from back in the day, but it's dope. You understand? A lot of people love the rugged and the kind of sound, but when you go in and really make a studio album by yourself with the big productions that you can do where you make it and going into a real booth, a lot of times, bro, I feel like you can blow anybody out in the top 10 easily.
He's telling it like it is, Charles. You know that.
You know, and a lot of times your fans love your stuff.
Oh, I see it all the time. Every time when I see his posts on Facebook. and
You're the
Instagram.
god of, and I gotta be real. You're the gothic god.
Oh, wow.
Jeez, thank you.
You know, no, shout out to Little B, love Little B too, but even Little B will say Charles Hamilton is a legend. Like, and people look up to Little B like crazy.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do.
And you got to realize something and never beat yourself down. You influenced a whole generation.
Yeah. Unfortunately, that influence is not happening right now with this new generation.
Well, the
though.
thing is, you got people denying good music and talented artists like this, trying to give them. See,
I'm just saying.
again, they're eating fast food. They're not eating gourmet chef food.
Okay.
Hip hop to me was gourmet because it came from real cooks. So now what you're
I love his
listening to-
analogies today, don't you, Charles?
He's going in.
How are
I
you
know,
gonna?
he's going in.
How are you gonna tell me that for me? How are you gonna tell me a 5-star restaurant is Burger King? That's how I look at it.
Okay.
So I'm gonna give her the board and go to town because I just wanted to know that to a fan. A lot of fans are asking me, "You and Charles Hamilton work together?" I'm like, "Yeah, that's my partner." Because I always look at you as being my partner. For anybody else, you're my right hand. You already know. My thing is with you though, and I'm gonna just say this real quick. You gotta start showing you got so much value in the world. No matter what, you could be somewhere right now that you don't want to be, but you're still here with us and you got value to spread all over the world, and your mind is amazing. So never let anybody take your talent away because you're only 1% of this world with talent.
Yeah.
You have a different mindset and you have a different talent than 99% of these people in this world. So just remember that.
Oh, wow.
Thank
just-
you, Danny.
He's just like
Thank you.
moving me today. He doesn't talk to me like that.
Hey, listen, I'm actually missing dinner at the house. Can I call y'all back, or can we try to do this another time?
No, it's okay. Don't worry about
No,
it.
it's okay. You can go, hun. I'm not gonna worry. I mean, we got in. I mean, we only got about 15 minutes left. So, it better not be Burger King, okay?
It's not Burger King.
All right, as long as it's not Burger King. No, I really appreciate it because we wanted to get you in for a little bit, you know, and we did. So I don't get to ask my questions, but that's okay.
Let her ask him real quick.
No,
and
it's
go.
I'm not
Go
gonna do.
ahead.
I'm not
Go
doing
ahead.
anything quick with him. Okay.
Go ahead, ask me a question. Ask me a question.
No, out of like with your next project, right? When you're gonna do, obviously, you're always creating more music and stuff like that. Who right now in this field that we have right now would you want to work with?
Anderson Park.
Who is that?
Oh wow!
Who is that? I don't even
You
know
don't
who
know
that
it?
is.
You don't know Anderson Paak.
Oh, you know what? We go through this all the time. I don't know everybody.
He's a dope. He's dope. Put it that way. He's
Who
really
is he?
dope.
Who is he? One of you can talk.
Anderson Park is Dr. Dre's drummer.
Yes.
I don't know who he is. How would I know who the drummer is?
Well,
You know that song "Leave the Door Open"?
Yes.
With Bruno Mars.
yes.
No.
You never heard "Leave the Door Open"?
I probably heard of it, but I don't know it by the name. Because I do like Bruno Mars. I do like Bruno Mars, but I don't know the names of all his songs. I would catch a grenade for you. You know, like I know that song.
Well, listen.
Why are you all both silent
It's
right
not
now?
that. He's just.
No, I mean,
Ask the next question.
No, I'm just saying. So you would work with him, and what in particular? Like just him in the beat? Does he sing too?
no.
No, he's a drummer.
Oh, okay. So he's a drummer. Okay, so
He
another.
sings, he raps, he makes beats, he plays the drums. He's
Yeah.
a great kid.
Okay, who's your second?
Probably Doja Cat.
Wait. So Doja dissed you and me, and you're telling me on DNA Live right here, you would work with Doja Cat?
Yeah, I guess he would. It's okay. Doja and what's the other guy's name? The drummer?
Anderson .Paak.
Okay, cool. So we got
Doja, see what I'm telling you, Doja? We still love you.
two. Yeah, no matter what, right?
No matter what, Doja, we still love you.
Okay, so with that said, I will bid an adieu to. Now I know why they call him Professor Charles Hamilton, because when he talks, it's like being in class in college. You know?
He looks like
I'm just waiting for a
looks like-
blackboard behind him, and he can just start writing. But yeah, I could listen to you all day, Charles. You know that.
You definitely look like a college professor.
Yeah, he could look. You know what?
From the
Yeah.
from
Put a pair of
1990s.
glasses on him. He'd be
Yo, he
right
do.
there.
He look. What's that movie? I forgot what that movie
No,
was.
no,
yeah.
no.
Yeah.
The Nutty Professor?
No,
No.
that's not the. Well, yeah, it is a professor. No, you don't look like Buddy at all.
No, he doesn't.
I'm
Get
just
it
joking.
now.
Yeah, I kind of
Okay.
lost it.
So enjoy your meal, Charles. Thank you for being on the show again. I really appreciate
No problem.
it. All right.
Thank you so much, brother.
We'll call you afterwards. Is that okay?
That's cool.
Okay, we'll call you after the show. Thank you again, Mr. The one and only, the talented Mr.
Charles
Hamilton.
Hamilton.
Peace.
We'll talk to you later, hun. So, okay. So with that said, I mean you just like brotherly love between you.
Well,
two.
let me just tell everybody something. real
And
quick.
you tell it quick.
Music is universal.
Mm.
So no matter what, you will pick up somebody else's frequency if you feel the art.
This is true.
So that's basically what I want to say. But another thing, I want to get back to you. So she goes and says, "You don't speak to me like this." But how can you talk to somebody that you look at as a goddess and that you look at as one of the best creations that God ever gave to you, as somebody that really pulled you through to every single expression that you had in life? You can't have no words. Words don't even have a meaning to the way that you really feel about the person and express.
Why do you always have to make me like blush? And I need the blush too because I don't have any like pink cheeks.
Because she's my best friend. You know what I mean? So another thing too, I want to get back onto music real quick and how I really feel about the whole industry and how everything is going.
Right.
Start.
Oh, and rest in peace to Takeoff, the 1/3 of
See,
Migos.
the thing is,
It's
again,
just heartbreaking.
But the thing is, why does people put themselves in the predicament of always trying to prove themselves in this industry when you don't see rockers doing that?
Yeah.
You don't see pop singers doing that. You don't see R&B singers doing that. You definitely don't see country doing that.
Right.
Why are we always trying to sit here and always trying to prove ourselves?
I don't know.
We don't need to prove. Listen, to anybody that does music, don't prove yourself.
Right.
Let the music speak for you.
That's true.
You don't have to be sitting here in them hoods and chilling with all them dudes and trying to say that you're the toughest guy.
Oh, okay. So anyway, with that said, because that was another heartbreaking story. It's just, every week we're hearing about. I mean, it's always. You know what is the most irritating for me is the fact that it's always somebody who was not involved. It's always somebody that happens to be with somebody else.
Well, it's the outsiders.
Right. I mean, you saw all the videos online. You saw all the captions and everything like that. You saw that it was, what's his name? Quavo?
Quavo.
Quavo. Okay, so he was the one that was having some type of altercation or whatever with some other individual. And Takeoff was a little bit behind him or something. Now, I can understand, your boy's getting into it or whatever, and you got his back kind of thing. You're not going to run away from your boy, right? But at the same token, things happen, and then the person who gets hurt is always the wrong individual. And the outpouring, I mean, I've seen other rappers that have passed away from this same type of instance, but I have not seen the outpouring for this particular individual with the other rappers that have died.
Well, let me break it down.
Just,
Let's break it down. All the people that
it's
passed
insanity.
away. So you had King Von. You had Pop Smoke.
Mm-hmm.
You had, I think, the kid from Texas, MB3. Shout him out. He's good. He was a good dude. Nipsey Hussle. The list goes on. Let's see. Nipsey Hussle. Boom. If I'm missing one, someone tell me.
I don't know.
I think Loaded.